Hey, howdy. Oh yeah. So I gotta get a good routine started, right? So if you can subscribe, thumbs up. You can leave me a message, comment. Any folks who subscribe or you know, thumbs up. I don't know. They don't. I don't have any way of contacting you. So, but if you leave me a comment, because when somebody subscribes to me or thumbs up, that's all I see. But if you like want to leave me a comment, you like me to reply, you'd have to leave your email or something, some way for me to contact you to reply to your comments. Otherwise, I never know if somebody's viewed my podcast or who it is, or yeah, that's all private stuff. So if you don't mind subscribing, thumbs up, helps the channel, and that'd be humble and kind of you. So I've been talking about showing my my morning routine when I wake up in the morning. It's pretty cluttered in here. This will all be cleaned out soon. Partner's moving out, roommate, and so I'm just going to show what I do when I get up every morning. I just do a certain routine. It kind of gets my day like, oh wow, I'm ready to rock and roll, whatever the day is going to provide me. Um, so what I like to do is I like to get up and do this. I built this from scrap wood, man. It's pretty cool, scrap wood. I just from an old shelf, and I just kind of repurposed it all and put some handles on it and I put all the bedding, and my animals are able to climb up on, they like to sleep with me. And so anyway, oh, it looks like one of them threw up on my drawer. So I like to get up and do 30 of these, and so I'll pump out 30 of these, and then what I'll typically do is I'll go to my jump squats, right? And I'll pump out 30 of the jump squats. I already did those this morning. So I reformed my jump squats, and so I do them a little differently now. So I go all the way. I'll show you how I do them now, but I already did it. Already did them this morning. So yeah, I don't know if I did 30 or not. Anyway, you can see how those get pretty easy, right? The more you do them, the easier that they get, and I just like push-ups, So here's how I do my jump squats now. I used to just kind of just go down and pop up. What I've learned is, for better isolating everything that involves that movement of jump squats, I now let my legs touch my calves. So when I go down, I touch my calves, touch them. You can see how they touch, right? Touch the calves. This here touches here, touches here, right? So I touch. I don't put my hands down. So I touch, and I jump. So I do like all the way. Just kind of bounce off the calves, right? So I bounce off the calves, and I come up. I do about 30 of those every morning, and then really it's really important to keep this in your regimen. Push-ups. Push-ups is an amazing exercise. I mean, it's so simple. You don't need a gym. You just need a place to do them, right? Push-ups target so many aspects. I mean, your toes. I mean, it's really, push-ups are really important. So I get up and I pump out 30 push-ups. I was trying to learn this. The further away I am, the louder I need to talk. Right, so I punch out 30 straight push-ups. I don't know if you can see me there. So I'll do 30. I already did these. So I'll do 30 of those. And from there, I try to mix it up. So I'll do those typically always. And then, then once in a while, I'll knock in. Now this is really important for balance, especially as we get older, right? These are great for maintaining our balance. Maybe wobble a little bit on purpose. Just kind of go down. I'm gonna show you something really weird that I do. I know you're gonna want to call 911. But another thing that happens when we get older is, we start to lose that equilibrium, that balance, that feeling of off balance. Oh, I'm gonna fall. I do this weird exercise. If I got room, you can call it an Indian dance if you want. So I'll like bounce around and twist my head and keep myself off balance on purpose. And kind of reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Ah! Right, so, and I'll just do that and, bounce my head around and try to get off balance on purpose. On purpose, right? Now, if you're going to just start that, I recommend you do it on a padded area, right? So, yeah, you may fall a few times, but the more you work that, the more assured your balance is going to be, right? The more confidence you got. Shake that head around. You're going to feel that vertigo a little bit, but that's okay. You want to feel that. What's that? I forgot the name of the inner ear part there, but it's the part of the brain that keeps you knowing whether you're up or upside down, right? So this is really and do some like this, do some stuff, work on some speed stuff, just kind of move things right around all. If we do the same things all the time, when we go into a situation where we haven't worked those muscles for that kind of a pull or that kind of thing, or whatever, right, we're more likely to injure ourselves and get tendonitis or all kinds of things, pull this, pull that. So by doing a wide range of things, say in a week period of time, right, just doing all kinds of different things, right, even something as simple as this, right, as simple as just laying down, it stretches the hamstrings, right, and you're less likely to pull a hamstring, right, if you're doing these. I mean, you'll feel it. You'll feel it, right? You can feel those hands all the way down into your calves. You'll feel that pull, right? And you want to feel that pull, saying, "Oh, I haven't done that one for a while," right? And so, I typically, when I do them, I typically knock out 60. So I count it as 30 over here, 30 this way. So I do 60, right? Just really stretch those. So if I'm going to do them, I haven't done these for a while, okay, I'm going to do 60 of them. So I'm going to really stretch them today because I haven't stretched them for a while. And so it really keeps your body more limber, right? Less likely to think something out of place, So and so I'll do curls, and maybe I'll do some curls. And now when I do my curls, not with heavy weight, not in the mornings, so I'll just do like 60 of these. Right, 30 for each. 30 for each side. So I'll pump out 60 of these. Right. I'm not doing this to become the Hulk or something. I'm doing it to stay, overall fit. Right. Just overall fit. Right. Just just overall. So if you take a typical 20-year-old male, and he hasn't done anything physical for a year, and someone 70, whatever, that's fit, that stays fit, well, Dan circles around them, and they're going, you're going, hey man, what's your problem? Right? So we can maintain our health well into our 80s. And for people who have really good genes, right, in their 90s, we'll be honest. I saw this 105-year-old guy. Oh my gosh, he was like, and he was smiling, had those big Arnold muscles, 105, right? Good genes. He had good genes, right? But we can compensate by regular exercise. So when we say, those of us who like to run, I used to love running. I ran, oh man, every day. I just loved running. And I would run 3 miles one day, 5 maybe another day, and then 10, another day. And on top of those, when I would run 3 or 5, I would typically work out for 2 hours before or after. And it's 12 o'clock, and then I'm going at night. I'm going, okay, I guess I'm done. Right? So I don't do that kind of thing anymore. So when we run, when I run now, I run fast. So I actually like to put my treadmill on 10. So which is the max. So I'll run 10 on 10 for a quarter mile or so, just until I feel like that. Okay, my blood's up right. Okay, I think I need to walk for a minute. Right, so then I'll walk it out until I catch my breath enough to where I can do another quarter mile at 10, and then walk it out, and then I'll do 3 miles like that, right? But not steady running. That's your body will adjust to that until eventually your body goes. It's really treated like you're walking, but when you run fast you really tax it hard. Different ball game. You burn calories while you're sleeping. When you're just running, your body adjusts that over time, and you run 5 miles, 10 miles, and an hour later, your body just is like never ran. All right. So, but when you run really hard, for 3 miles on and off that run, break, 24 hours, your body's going to be burning while you're sleeping. Yeah, the epidemiological response is just crazy. Wakes up some senescent cells. Your skin gets taller in your face. You look younger. Right. So it does. Intensive exercise does amazing things to wake up cells that have just been hanging around. Making you look tired and older. Right. When we look tired, well, we look older. Right? But when everything's like, yeah, baby, we're going to look and feel that way a little bit better, right? So, or more. So I just wanted to share my morning routine with you today. And I feel amazing. 24 hours a day. I mean, this is just amazing to be 66 years old. And, even when I was 20, I was like, I just felt tired all the time. That's because of the food, right? So what I've done is I've changed my food intake, right? I don't eat processed foods. No sugars, the pies, the ice creams, the brownies, you name it, right? If it's in a bag or a box or a jar or a can or anything like that, no. I go and I grow most of my own food in my organic garden. Now the bugs, they do get a lot of it because I don't use pesticide or anything. So I have to plant way more than what I would normally. I have to plant a lot more produce ordinary for me to get something. So I basically take what the bugs didn't eat. Organic gardening, man. I don't use anything. So I can't stress enough getting off of that processed food programs. There's so many chemicals in there. Once I got off of that, it took my body to feel. It took me about 2.5 years for my body to cleanse all the poisons that were in my tissues, my organs, my brain, all the heavy metals. It took me 2.5 years until I'm doing what I'm doing right now, living like I'm living right now, before I went, whoa, my back, I had surgery, I can't hardly walk, I can't do any exercise, but geez, this is how I used to feel when I would be working out for months and every day. This is amazing, right? Right. But once my back healed, I had a major back surgery a few years back, and once that healed enough, I got back to work, right, and pumping it up. And so I avoid long distance. Now sometimes I'll still run long distance, just because I miss it. I used to run all the time. I enjoyed running. I like the idea of just putting on my music, and just going out there, out there and just being out there in the weather, whatever it is, and just going for a long run. But my focus now is going on a quick run, high intensity, bursting it out, baby, making it happen, right? And then I'll do the same thing with my workouts. You know, I've got a workout room, I got a gym that I've got all set up, and lots of different variations of exercises. I'll go through step by step my programs that I do, and I've learned that intensity, like, I guess I'm ready for the next set. Oh, am I? I don't know. We'll try it, right? So it's that high level, high level of intensity, and going for as long as you almost can. Whether it be a half an hour or an hour. Well, I wouldn't recommend that kind of high intensity for an hour, right? But getting all those exercises in within you can get all those exercises that you target everything within a smaller time frame because you're just going. You're not like doing something heavy and then, 2-3 minutes you gotta like your muscles got to recuperate from that heavy stuff. So you got that. If you're at that point to where you're just maintaining your lung capacity, right? And you're bouncing from one upper body exercise to lower body exercise, then back to the upper and lower. It's kind of like a dance, right? So yeah, this is something I've done. I do a lot of biological scientific research on dietitian, human biological responses to muscle and food intake and how the food interacts with cell to us on a cellular level, what it does to your organs, what kinds of foods. So I really like biological science. I like the science in dietary format. So the folks that study science / dietary, I engage in a lot of the literature. I break it down myself. I don't like listen to people. There's a lot of different opinions. Nah. What I do is I look at the empirical data. So what is the study? Who did the study? What's the ethnicity of the study? Right? Who, where, what, why? And then I break it all down. I go all the way down to cells, baby. Like, what is this cell doing here? Why? When you eat this, when you do that, when you do this kind of strain, you don't do. So I break it all down. I do all the work myself. I do all my own legwork, and as far as research goes, because it's not that I don't trust anybody. I only trust myself. So, it's like there's this song. I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a different friend, heard a different friend, and all different stories, but the same thing, but it's a different story. Everybody's got a different story for the same thing. What? So personal accountability, personal responsibility is what I engage in. And I take it down the rabbit hole all by myself. I don't want anybody giving me their opinion when I'm doing my research. I like quiet time. So I can be very highly critical and calculating and clear-minded. And I can assess the information myself. I read my own lipoprotein tests. I know what each line means. I don't need a doctor anymore to read my lab work. I can read my own MRIs, my own scans, because I chose to take personal responsibility. I've had some major surgeries, and I felt it was best for me to just get right in there, man, and know. These doctors, they got other people to think about, not just me. So I needed to think about me if I wanted me to maximize the outcome of what I'm trying to get to. So, yeah, personal accountability, right? So, there you go, my morning workout. So when my roommate moves out, this is going to become a more major recording studio for how I get started in the mornings and all the different kinds of exercises that I like to do, right? And so to maximize my health and yours, right? So there you go. Get healthy. It's up to us to take care of us, right? Our first breath that we take in our life and our last breath that we take in our life and all the ones in between, regardless of whether we pass away, whatever, 10 years old or 90 years old, they're all equally important. They all have the same equal value. Life is life at any age. Find things to keep yourself busy. Start something new. Stay excited. Stay curious like a little child. Many little children, they get their curiosity taken away from them because of some cultural perceptions and stuff. And that's sad, right? And but we can readjust that, bringing that childhood of extreme curiosity back into our life. And as long as even people in wheelchairs and what certain disabilities, if they still got a little bit of that humanity of I can, right? The little red train that it can still do crazy things. Disability, I mean, ask yourself, what is disability? To me, it's not, disability is like, yeah, but I'm disabled here, but can I do this over here? I can't do that, but I think I can do this. Become that little engine and know you can do that. And next thing you know, even if you have this disability, you're adjusting, you're adapting to what you can do, what you can be successful in, instead of going in the the pity me stuff. And I can't walk, I can't move my right arm, but you can move your left arm. Can you do with your left arm? You'd be amazed what you can just adapt, and you can do a lot of stuff. Or the right, or one leg, or there's a lot of things. What's disability? Well, sometimes disability is in here, right? I was crippled. I was in a wheelchair. I'm a vet, and I was disabled, fully disabled. The little blue card where you park and you put it, yeah, right? And I rebuilt myself, right? And had major bypass surgery. This was in 6 months of each other. Major heart surgery. 6 months later, major back. They slipped the divider in between disc 3 and 5. A year later, I went up and did my roof, tore it all off and rebuilt it. So, when I think I can, it's probably because I've already decided, because I know I can. I've evaluated it. I'm going, do I think I can? Well, yeah. If I'm thinking I can, then I probably can. So this can becomes the man that can, that did, that does. So, and that goes for anybody if they choose. So I don't know. Sometimes I get into lectures, right? Oh, maybe I'll create a lecture podcast, right? So I just wanted to share my daily start, and then there's other things that I do. So I'll go into the bathroom. Sometimes I go to the bathroom first. I get up in the morning, I'm going, I think I should go to the bathroom for exercise. So I'll come into my bathroom, all right, and go to the bathroom, first thing, usually. Get on that scale. Say hello to my little friend, my scale. I get on that scale every single day. And I do not get on that scale every single day. And here's why. Because by me getting on that scale every day, it is a daily reminder to stay within my goal sets. So I got down to 134, started losing too much muscle mass. It was like muscles were snapping and clicking and crackling. I'm going, what the? What? Then I go, got that epiphany, right? Oh, that's too much. I'm losing too much weight, therefore I'm losing too much muscle mass. And so I slowly brought it back up to 145. And so now that's what I weigh every day, including this morning, right? I'm maintaining that. So I'll eat one meal a day, my evening organic food stuff. Most of it's from my garden. Sometimes I'll mix it in with something else that I don't have anymore in my garden, or didn't freeze it, or didn't grow it, mushrooms or something like that, whatever. And so, it's really important to have your red lines, right? If you don't have a red line, who's going to give it to you? Look at your red lines as the Grand Canyon. This is it, man. Can't go beyond this point right here. I say to myself, hey boy, I call myself boy sometimes. Hey boy, pay attention. See what's going on here. No. Remember we had this conversation before. Yeah, I talk to myself. Did you know we have 14 segments in our brain? and they all do their own specific different little things. So I have 14 people I got to talk to now and then. What is that? A multi-personality disorder? Yeah, I understand what happens there too. You can actually form different personalities in different segments of your brain, and that's what those people actually truly do develop multi-personalities. That's why some people can have like 10 people living in them, and it's really can happen because when you have 14 different segments of the human brain, and they do different things, you can also get a little leakage of. So saw something in a movie and it kind of goes in there and then it creates its own character when that segment of your brain, and so on and so forth. I got a degree in psychology, and actually that was my favorite class. I took a lot of different courses: computer analysis, business, major tech, appliance, advanced math, all the way into calculus. Took a lot of stuff, man. More crazy stuff, communication. Anyway, I carried a B. I think it was a B plus through the whole thing. So, yeah, it's really important. Our health is all we've got, right? And if we take care of it, right, it'll take care of us, right? Because when this is healthy, and we don't have a bunch of crud going on, we're not getting that psychological external abuse from outside of this. Because if you are getting that external abuse that you feel it's abuse, it's time to make a change, baby. Cut the cord. Look at it as an umbilical, and you've grown up, and it's time to move on. Right? And you stay excited about life, and everything, and more positive things will come into your life. Get rid of the bad things that are causing just no happiness. I'm not saying abandon your children. No, man. Man up, right? Stay there with the kids. You don't like the wife anymore. Whatever. If you can do it, stay with the wife until the kids are grown. I did it. I had 3 with this one person. I stayed there even though I'm going, right? Yeah. I toughed it out. I even toughed it out longer, thinking that I don't understand what's going on. Finally, when I found what was going on, I realized, okay, time to go. Right? I realized the whole causality of why everything was happening, and you can't fix what happened. What happened can't be fixed. It's about realizing that and then moving on, cutting your losses, whatever those might be, and bring in new stuff, right? Make new things happen. Be really curious and really excited about being curious, right? Question everything. And it's amazing how the hippocampus opens up and it just lets all that flow in. I have what's called dyslexia. I'm really bad with names, birthdays, right? That's dyslexia. But I have a way of compensating. So what I do is I look at the broad picture. Not all the wording, a lot. I focus on the conceptual, easy for me to say. No, it's not. Conceptualization of the whole content. So I take it all, compile, get rid of all the blah, 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 ergle, fergle, nurgle, burgle stuff, and I condense it, and I look at what's most empirical. That way there's less to remember about whatever. It doesn't matter what topic. It can be anything. It can be how to work on your car, do the roofing. I did that all by myself, from the first tearing off the first shingle to laying down the last one. I never did roofing in my life, and I just used common sense, man. So I pulled off one shingle at a time. How they lay this one? How they lay that one? Okay. Now these are all the same. Okay, this big section, they did that the same. So I paid attention to the corners, the curves, the tops. So when I would remove the old shingles, I paid attention to where, as I was removing them, I seen how they did it. Took little mental notes. I should have probably took paper notes, but I kept it up here. And so when I got it all done and had to replace big sections of my roof, it was still there. I recycled it until, yeah, you're still there? Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm good. Right? Hippocampus. So, and I removed every single shingle by myself. This was a year after my major back surgery. Oh, you're talking about pain. Oh my gosh, the whole time. I got 2 cortisone shots. I gotta get that roof down. It's leaking. It didn't help. I waited for a month for those cortisol shots to kick in. Didn't happen. I didn't feel no difference whatsoever. No improvement. But I had to get up there and do that roof. It was beginning of the summer, and I didn't know how long it was going to take me. It took me all summer, and I did it all myself. Right. So it's about being very analytical about something. Don't be shy about questioning the analytics. Right. Nobody's got a green light for you not to question in your own head. You question everything, and you'll know more than you did yesterday with clarity, right? So what I do is I choose to work myself up intellectually, perceptually, to the top of the pyramid of reasoning, right? Reasoning, right? So I look at what is known about that particular topic, who knows the most, who's got all the books, who writes the book, who teaches it in universities, who knows most, and then I compare all this same topic information coming from different sources. I compile it. I already told you that story about dyslexia, how we function. I compile it, and then I go to the top of the pyramid of reasoning, of critical analytical reasoning. I'm getting off topic. This is supposed to be about a workout. What's wrong with this boy? This boy just gets lost in. It's like I'm in a jungle. Oh, this is coming at me. Weird, right? Isn't that weird? So anyway, maybe I'll try to find a way to cut this last part. Hey, you have a good day. Subscribe. Doesn't cost you a dime. Thumbs up. Doesn't cost you a penny. If you want to leave a comment, I'll never know whether you subscribed or thumbed up or maybe you left me a comment unless you wanted to leave a comment that you wanted me to respond to. Then you'd have to leave like an email or something for me to know that it's you and you want me to respond. Then I can respond to your comments. Otherwise, I'll never know whether you subscribed, who it is that subscribed, who thumbed up, who didn't thumb up. Yeah, I have no idea. It's like trying to grab a raindrop in the clouds. I don't know. So there you go. You have a nice day. Have a wonderful day. Be humble and kind, and subscribe and help this channel grow. And I highly appreciate that. Have a good day now. Bye.